Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're going to be in the fantasy trip, The End of Labyrinth, by Steve Jackson Games today. This will continue the IQ Spells series, and we are on IQ 18 spells today. This is going to be a shorter video than the last video. So without further ado, let's dive in and see what your wizard can learn out of the IQ spells. Control Gate. By casting this spell, a wizard can determine where the other end of the gate is and what rules govern it. By casting it again, he can change the rule on either a temporary or permanent basis. Like some gates only function for certain creatures in front of it, some gates only function certain times of the year. Whatever the rule that governs the gate is what you're going to be able to change. Mana cost to do either of these things is 10. A wizard who knows this spell can also destroy a gate, both ends, at a mana cost of 50. He must be within creation spell range, that is, the gate must be in a megahex adjacent to his megahex to do so. So you have to be within 30 feet. Okay, the next spell is Lesser Magic Item Creation. Lets a wizard create any item on the Lesser Magic Item list. See Creation Magic Items for details, costs, and other requirements. So that'll allow you to make the lesser items, where previous IQ levels you could learn how to make scrolls. Megahex Freeze. This is a thrown spell. A freeze spell which affects all figures with strength less than 20, except the caster himself in a given megahex, or any single figure with a strength less than 50. Otherwise, just like the freeze spell above, and it means the other IQs, the mana cost is 12. So you could affect a mass group in a megahex. So a megahex would be like if you were using a regular grid, say your figure standing in the center of the grid, all these squares that surround you would be a megahex. So in a hex grid, you're in one hex, and then all the hex touching you is makes up a megahex. So it's 15 feet across. Shapeshifting. It's a thrown spell. Classic spell used to turn princes into frogs. Transforms its subject into any known type of creature with any attributes. However, the IQ may not be raised, and the total of the strength and dex may not be raised. Strength and dex may be traded off, lowered, etc., as long as neither is reduced more than one below the usual minimum for the new shape. A person could be shapeshifted into a relatively clumsy wolf, but not a wolf of Dex 6. GMs may use their discretion as to what kind of shifting is allowed. The individual's memory, spells, and talents remain intact, though they will not be able to use those spells and talents for which they no longer have IQ. Likewise, Dex for spells and some talents will be impaired if the new shape has no hands. These adjustments must be left up to the game master. A human shifted into a wolf form will still be able to understand all the languages he could before, and will be able to speak them in a barking, whining fashion. He will also be able to communicate in rudimentary fashion with other wolves, but they will know there's something funny about him. Shifting to a new shape gives you the physical but not the mental abilities of that shape. If you shift to a goblin shape, you will move and fight as a goblin, but you will not magically learn the goblin language. Furthermore, your clothes will not shift or vanish. You'll need new ones. Mana cost is 20 to shift another, 10 to shift yourself. The spell is permanent unless removed by dissolve enchantment, a wish, or another shapeshift. And then here's the best combat spell in the game, Wizard's Wrath. It's a missile spell. This most powerful of missile spells can have the physical effect of any of the other three, lightning, fire, and so on. It can appear as a telekinetic blow like Magic Fist, a fiery blast, or a smashing electrical discharge. Whatever form the caster wizard chooses to use, though it does 1d6 plus 1 damage for each mana point the wizard puts into it, maximum of 3 points per casting. Its other effects will be appropriate to the form chosen. Like the Magic Fist, if you hit somebody hard enough, you can knock them off balance. The fire one can set things on fire, and then the electric is electric, of course. And that ends the IQ 18 spells. Let me know if you enjoyed these spells. If you're getting into the Labyrinth game, share it with your fellow players. Until we all game again, guys.